Hello, doctors. My name is Dr. Cedric Noel. I am a chiropractor and I also specialize in functional neurology. I've been part of the functional neurology program for over 10 years, and I am a co-owner of and founder of the Focus Builder app. And the Focus Builder app is an app that we designed in order to provide doctors and patients with the ability to do specific eye movement training to rehab their brain. And that is the greatest thing about the visual system, is that it's the only system that can target every region of the brain. There's no other system like it. And so that gives us an incredible opportunity, especially in using the focus unit, which also has an effect, of course, through the visual system. But in adding eye movement training, which is really the oculomotor system. And so what I'm going to show you today is some strategies that you can use in combining the focus unit with eye movement training to benefit your patients at a higher level. Okay? And so one of the things you might want to do to gain more information beyond this video is go to our website. And I just want to quickly show you our website, which is the focusbuilderapp.com. I don't know if you can see it clearly on the video, but on here we have a video library. There's also here a YouTube icon that you can click on, but go to the video library and you'll see a bunch of videos, including today's video. This video will be posted on that library as well. But there's a lot of videos that explain to you exactly how to use the app in its infinite capacity. There are lots of exercises on here that can be used to help your patients at various levels. So I hope you enjoy the presentation and that you find it useful for your clinical use. And again, visit us at focusbuilderapp.com for more information. And feel free to reach me through email as well with any questions. And again, the documents that go along with this tutorial will also be attached as a file in that video library on our website. So enjoy. So there are two types of eye strategies that can be very beneficial for ADHD and impulse control, and really improving focus and attention. Those strategies are also beneficial for other conditions that are involving the area of the brain called the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and orbitofrontal. Those are more advanced areas of the frontal lobe that really allow us to do things at a superior level. So let's take a look first at pursuits. So when you look at pursuits here at the top left corner, I'm going to select pursuits, and I just want to show you what a pursuit is. Pursuit is really a slower type of eye movement, and it can move in any direction. So it's not the direction that necessarily defines if it's a pursuit or a saccade or different types of eye movement. It's really the speed of the movement. And so that is a pursuit that is going down. We can change the direction of the pursuit to horizontal or vertical, and we'll actually use a combination of those two today. But with ADHD, you'll find that it is much more difficult to generate slow eye movement than it is fast eye movements. In conditions of ADHD, the tendency is that the eyes like to move around a lot in new locations and fast. So it's very difficult for someone with attention deficit disorder to maintain focus on a slowly moving target or a target that's not moving at all. And so we're going to use that therapeutically. Okay, so this is an example of a pursuit training exercise. Now we're going to go back to the menu and let's take a look at antisaccades right below pursuits here on the left. You'll see here that there are instructions in the menu area, or the first landing page of of this exercise. And you'll see here 1 dot option, 2 dot option, 3 dot option, and go, no go. And there's a description of what those are. So I'm not going to go in great details explaining that since it's already explained here. So when you get the app, you can actually read those. But the ones we're going to use more specifically for our patients with ADHD are going to be the 2 dot option, the 1 dot option, and that go, no go option as well. And I'll show you how that works in just a minute. Let me just go to settings here to turn on the antisaccades. You'll see that there's a number of settings here, and it can be confusing if you don't know exactly what to look for. So I will provide you with some guidelines. But for this demonstration here, I'm going to keep that dot color as red and dot size fairly large. 20 reps is a good amount of repetitions. The go, no go here, I'm just going to turn that off. In a number of dots, I'm going to make it 2 dots. Time interval every 3 seconds, and distance is 3. So this is what that looks like here, and I'm going to explain what all that means. You'll see that every 3 seconds there's going to be a red dot that appears either on the right or the left. If I had picked a distance of 4, it would be all the way out to the edge of the screen. But 3 is a little bit closer in, 2 closer, and 1 is really close to that center dot. The closer they are, the easier it is to perform. And so in this case, 3 is actually a good distance. And what we're supposed to do is look at the center dot, and when you see a red dot appear, you have to look at the opposing location, so the mirror location of where that dot appears, and then back to center, okay, and so on. Out of 20 repetitions, ideally, you know, you don't want to miss any, but it's considered normal to miss about 1 out of 4. When you get to a point where you're really good with these and your patient's not missing them, not making any errors, then you want to make it harder because the brain's getting better, becoming more plastic, and you want to challenge it further. To make it harder, what you can do is turn the go, no go option on, and I like to use characters. So we're going to use characters. And when I hit start here, you'll see that as before, you know, you'll have a dot appear either right or left, and you got to look in the mirror location of where that dot would be, and then back to center. But if it's anything other than a red dot that we just saw, like a white ball appear, then you would keep your eyes in the center and not move your eyes, okay? So again, if it's a different target than a red dot, you look in the center and you don't move your eyes. And if it's the red dot, then you move your eyes to the mirror location on the opposite side and back to center, okay? So that does add an element of difficulty. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you could make the time interval a little shorter, or just change it to 2. And actually the hardest feature would be only 1 dot under number of dots. And really what that means is that you're only going to see 1 target at a time. So the center target will disappear and then reappear in the new location. Okay, so it disappears, reappears in the location, and then returns to center. So when the center target disappears, you lose that point of fixation, and you're drawn to the appearing target even more. It makes it harder to resist that urge to look at the appearing target and look at the mirror location. Okay? These are excellent exercises for attention deficit disorder. Absolutely excellent. So combining this with the focus unit could be a tremendous, tremendous addition. Now, let's take a look at what I've prepared for you guys. I have made a somewhat of a tutorial just to kind of give you a guide of how to get started with this and what sort of protocols you might want to use with the focus unit. And so this protocol would be utilized on a 10-minute cycle. So if you use the unit for 20 minutes, you may be able to run through these twice, or 30 minutes, you may be able to run through these 3 times, okay? So here's a little bit of information for you to read. This particular document will be saved on our website, and we'll post that website for you. So that way you can retrieve it, download it, and this video will be on it as well, so you'll be able to view it again. But basically, pursuit training is excellent for attention deficit disorders, as well as antisaccades. So we're going to use that, and we're going to really train those systems hard with our patient. And I say hard, but you want to make sure that you're being cautious and that you're respecting their metabolic limits. You don't want to overdo it. So we want to build in a lot of rest time. So do a little bit rest, a little bit rest, a little bit rest. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. This is the menu page here where you would find your exercises, and you'll see that at the very last one here, we've got right here saved exercises, and we also have. Let's just cancel this here. There we go. Okay, at the very bottom, there's saved exercises, and under saved exercises, you'll be able to save your settings, and the settings that I'm about to provide you here. You want to save these so you can easily retrieve them in the app. So number one here at the very top, head pursuit. Okay, before you do an eye pursuit, so an eye pursuit basically means that you're tracking a moving target like the one we saw just earlier with your eyes only and your head is being still. Some people have a hard time doing that, and you'll see that their eyes don't move perfectly smoothly. So to help that, we're going to do a head pursuit first. And so we'll do it on the horizontal. So the target's going to move on the horizontal, and you're going to follow it with your nose. So your nose is actually pointing to the target, and you turn your head in line with the target. So you follow the target as if you're trying to keep your nose pointing to it, side to side first. Okay, so you do to the right and to the left, one repetition, and then you're going to do a vertical movement, and you'll see that the settings that are found here, the first one are for the horizontal. So you would copy these settings on your Focus Builder app on your Apple iPad. It's only for iPad. It's not on Android at all. So you would go ahead and copy these settings, and you would do that head pursuit first. Okay, head pursuit first, and then you would do a vertical head pursuit one time, and then a horizontal head pursuit one time again. Okay, and then you take a break. So you keep your focus unit on, but you take a break. Maybe a minute or two, I think should be good for most people, and of course that needs to be adapted to your patient. If their metabolic limits are very, very low and they can't, they get fatigued easily, then you might want to give them more time in between exercises. Okay, so we've done the horizontal, we've done the vertical, and all the settings are there. Now you're going to do, after a good 2-minute break, you're going to do eye pursuits. And the actual settings on the iPad are exactly the same as for the head pursuit. But in this case, your head is going to stay in the center, and you're only going to move your eyes. So your eyes are going to track that moving target on the horizontal plane first, one time, and then on the vertical plane, so you'll have to go back to your settings, and you're going to have to switch the direction right here. You're going to have to switch the direction to a vertical direction, okay? And then you're going to do your vertical saccades, and then you're going to do a horizontal one more time. So it's just one repetition all the way to the end and back, but it's moving very slowly. Then you're going to take another 2-minute break or so, and you're going to do antisaccades. And again, as I mentioned before, the antisaccades are described right here on the first page when you press on the antisaccade exercises in the app. Okay, so here we are. And there are as I mentioned before, 3 levels of exercises that you're going to do. At first, you want to have 2 targets, and with the go, no, go off to make it easier. The settings are set such that a new target will appear every 3 seconds, which is a really good amount of time. And you want your patient to get to a point where they make no more errors. Okay? And level 1 settings are right here. Here are your level 1 settings. And you can copy these. You'll see right there at the bottom, there's an area where you can press Save As, and you can save the exercise right there and then hit Save. And once you do that, your settings will be saved in the saved section or saved exercise section. And I'm going to show you that, so that way you'll see exactly what that looks like. Okay. So here are all the settings for level 1, level 2, level 3, and I'm providing these for you. Okay. So again, this is really great because patients that have attention deficit disorders have a really hard time keeping their eyes still. And so we're going to train that system. We're going to train it really hard. And they have a hard time with impulse control, and we're going to train that system too really hard. And so that way we're going to build plasticity and endurance in parts of the brain that are weaker. Now, looking again at this page here, this is our exercise page where we have all the different tiles of exercises. And at the bottom right, again, is saved exercises. So I'm going to click on that. And let me go back. Saved exercises. You'll see that I've got a list here of different exercises that I've saved. Just disregard the first 4. But I've got here level 3, level 2, level 1 for antisaccades. Okay, these are all in there. Let me just press start here for level 3 because I didn't show you this one yet. So that's where they're saved, and you can just hit the start button directly from the saved exercise and more quickly access settings that you've saved before. Actually, okay, so in this case here, you'll see the middle dot disappear and reappear in a new location. And if you see any other type of target other than the red dot, then you would keep your eyes in the center, okay, just like this. There we go. And then again, back to the saved exercises. In here, I have saved my vertical pursuits and my horizontal pursuits, okay? So again, just to show you what I would do here with an eye pursuit, and I know you can't see me, but my head is aiming at the center of the screen, and my eyes are following the target very slowly. You just stay on it, and the goal is for your eyes to not bounce off that target. You don't want your eyes to leave the target at all. And you're instructing your patient to keep their eyes very still and fixed on that target. Okay? And this is very difficult for a lot of patients who have attention deficit disorder. Now, over time, as you do this more and more, obviously it gets easier. And this is 1 repetition, but you see that in here under repetitions, I can make it continuous, or I can select a greater number of repetitions here. Let's just do 3, and actually let me make it vertical too, just to give you a little bit of variety. In this case here, it's going to go down and then back up. So you can see that as the target moves on the vertical here, it'll keep going and stop after 3 reps because that's what I have selected. And this is the objective, is that maybe for the first week, you keep it at that 1 repetition. But as they get better, you add 1 repetition and then another repetition and then another. And over time, they may get to a point where they may be able to do 10 reps on each one of those. And that would be really a really great place to be, because just to do 1 rep takes about 30 seconds at this pace. So if you're doing 10, that's 5 minutes. Okay, so you see that time will go by very quickly. But this would be an excellent strategy again. So here it is, and again, you can find more information on our website at focusbuilderapp.com. So I hope that this was very useful to you and that you were able to gain some new information that could help you in clinical practice. I do want to mention that we are working on creating other tutorials with additional protocols that can be utilized alongside with the focus unit. And those protocols will be made available very soon. So as we release them, we can also send you notifications, or if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you will get those. As soon as the videos get loaded on YouTube, you will be notified that they're there. So I hope again that this was helpful to you and in adding to your skill set and knowledge base. Thank you.